Hello and welcome back to Defense Grid, the board game rules. So for this rules video, I'm going to be covering the variant mode called Team Missions. So Team Missions can serve two purposes for the game. For some of our players, it's a nice way of getting some extra boosts for the team if you're struggling with making it through the missions and need a few extra things to help you do so. Team Missions are a great place to go to earn some extra buffs that can really help out your squad. This can really be useful if you're turned on multiple hard mode rules to get a few extra things to help yourselves out. In addition, team missions can just be another way of playing the game that can be really hard to play itself, or add an extra random factor for people who don't like the missions as scripted as they normally are. Okay, so for the team missions mode, the first thing to realize is you're scored as a team. So as opposed to your individual AIs where you all have your own AI card, where you record your own AI points and track them and upgrade, you have one team card that everybody shares for the entire playthrough. So how this works is there's two versions of team missions that you are allowed to play. So let's just open to mission number 1 so I can explain this in a little bit more detail. So normally you have the waves laid out and they're pretty defined with a couple random spots. So the first team mission option that we call the normal team mission mode, you take the AI cards, but only for the alien cards, but only for the aliens currently in the mission. So in this case, I would pull out the Swarmer, the Bulwark, and the Walker. And what you do is at the start of every mission, you take all of the aliens of that type out of the box and set them aside. So in this case, you'd have all 8 walkers, all 8 swarmers, and all 6 bulwarks set aside, available to play. Then, at the start of wave 1, when it's time for the alien to come in, you treat every spot like it's a random spot. So you shuffle the cards, and you go, which alien am I having coming in on that slot? And in this case, it would still be a swarmer, so I'd put out a swarmer. Then, mission 1 or wave 1's all done, all good. You can take possibly one of these other pillars or something just to track what is your next wave if you need to, or whatever you want to do. Then you have wave 2. Once again, you take all 3 cards, you shuffle them up just like they're both random spots, and you go, oh, that first one's a bulwark. Let me find one of my bulwarks hanging out. I put that in place of what would normally be a walker. Then, as long as there's still a bulwark token available, I pick it back up and shuffle back up again and deal out, and now I get a swarmer with him. So I put that out there, then I move that up and move in that wave, like normal. So that is the normal team missions. You earn points off of that. So if you get a bronze medal, you get 1 team point. If you get a silver, you get 2. And if you get a gold, you get 3. Very similar to the individual medals. If you got a silver before, you can play again and go for a gold to get the 1 extra point that you had missed, and you can do that as much as you want. And then those points are used to buy stuff on the shop. So, for example, if you earn a total of 10 points, you can spend them to get 3 starting resources on the resource sheet at the beginning of every mission. So normally, where did I hide my resource sheet? So normally, as an example, if you're playing with 4 players, at the start of every mission, you'd start with 8 resource points. If you bought this for 10 points, you would now start with 11 at the beginning of every mission. That gives you a nice little boost to help make things work a little bit better. In addition, you can spend 8 points each to get a double hex tile. So these, if you look really closely at them, they have a lock symbol and save for team missions. These are normally set aside. Now these are build hexes. You can place them over water, outside of the hex, even over barriers. So if you happen to have a barrier in the game, you can just place this right over the barrier to completely negate the barrier and turn it into build spots. You can also place it entirely outside of a hex, if you want way outside the hex. However you want to place them, wherever you want to place them, the only rule is you cannot block any roads with them because, well, that would break the game. So you can buy those for 8 points each. In addition, there is one single hex version of that that's also with the locked team mission symbol. That costs 4 points in order to acquire. And then next you have 4 options of 6 points each. What these allow you to do is to go through the locked special card deck, and for 6 points you can pick any card out of the entire deck to add to your permanent availability for the game. It unlocks it permanently for all missions, for all AI deck building, everything. And last but not least, for just 2 points, you can shuffle up the entire locked special card deck, draw 1 random card out of the special card deck, and regardless of what card you draw, it's immediately added into your permanent special card availability. So it's a lot more random. You might not really get what you want, but it's also a lot cheaper, and you could potentially get 3 cards for the price of 1 in that case. But so you're not going to get a lot of points off of just playing this. You can get about 30 points over the entire game, and well, the last mission, you've already cleared it at that point. But there is one more option, which we call extreme team missions. So what's extreme team missions, you might ask? Well, have you ever wanted to beat your face into a wall repeatedly while punching yourself in the back of the head? That's an extreme mission for you. So let's take mission number 1. You're restricted on towers to the gun, inferno, laser, and cannon. You do have your AIs, they might be even pretty powered up, but that's all the towers you're restricted to. But there are 13 different aliens actually in the full game. What we just did with random, every spot with all the types of aliens. So you shuffle up the entire 13 card alien deck and you draw 1. How about a regenerator in the very first wave of mission 1? Maybe if you're really unlucky, you happen to get one of the juggernauts on the very first wave. This gets really random and really hard really fast, especially with the tower limitations in play. But this is another way of earning even more points. So for each mission in the game, you can earn up to 6 total team points, 3 from normal team mission mode and 3 from extreme team mission mode. And you can use those to buy various upgrades for yourself. Thank you very much, and if you have any other ideas for cool team mission stuff, or if you just have questions or comments, feel free to post them below in the comments, or on Board Game Geek, Reddit, wherever you can find us. We'd love to hear about it. And we'd also love to hear about people actually clearing some of the extreme modes with really interesting setups. Let us know. Thank you very much, and have a good one.